Welcome back to Raise the Bar Wellness. This is Melissa, owner and wellness coach. So I'd like to talk today a little more about affirmations. It's one of my favorite topics. I realize that there are many different ways that we can state an affirmation. They're all useful ways, but there's one way in particular that I want to call a power affirmation. And this particular affirmation has a purpose. So the purpose, I'm just going to keep looking at my notes, is to increase something that you like about yourself or to call something to you that you want more of in your life. So I'm finding out that there's various ways we can affirm. So we can affirm our feelings, and that's a really useful tool as well, but it's not a power affirmation. So when you state your feelings, that's a type of affirmation, just kind of reflecting yourself and who you are. And it's a great way to self-connect and a good way to communicate with other people if they need to know how you're feeling. But as far as the affirmations that I use in my practice and in my life and with my clients go, there's a certain style that I kind of want to walk you through today. So let's first think about our thoughts. So our thoughts are like a field of flowers and weeds. Okay, it's always there, it's always happening. And because we think all the time, there's thousands or tens of thousands of weeds and flowers in this field. So when we use power affirmations, what we're doing is we're basically looking at this field of thoughts that's always in our heads, and we're picking out what we think is the most beautiful flower, or maybe we're picking something out from the field that we would like to grow or increase in our lives. So by doing that, by focusing on maybe that one flower that you like in your field of thoughts, you're shutting out all of the other weeds and thoughts in the field that you don't want to focus on. So meaning that maybe all of those other thoughts are not useful for you in this moment. So when we use a power affirmation, we want to focus on the most beautiful or appealing flower in that field of thought so that we cut out the rest and really focus on what we want to grow, right? So there are many different types of thoughts that we have in our heads, right? So we have worry thoughts, we have fear thoughts, we have anger thoughts, we have belief thoughts, right? And then we just have thoughts that we think that are maybe rooted in beliefs, but they're just thoughts. So what we want to do in order to figure out what to focus on is to start a list. So one of the best ways to figure out what affirmations to use is to create a list of things about yourself that you would like to increase, things about yourself that you would like to grow. That's one list that you can make. You can also make another list of things that you would like to call into your life or grow in your life. So let's use a really simple example. So let's say I would like to become a more peaceful person. So on my list of things I want to grow inside of me are peace. So when I use an affirmation to grow that peace, what I'll do is I'll start the affirmation with I am. So pretty much every affirmation or powerful affirmation start with the statement I am. So even if you don't feel that you're peaceful, you don't really think of yourself as a peaceful person, but you want to grow it, you can state I am peaceful in an attempt to pull that peace towards you or to create that self-definition and grow that self-definition by stating it. So when you state it in your mind, you're hearing that thought, I am peaceful. And when you state it out loud, you're hearing it in your mind, and you're also hearing it with your ears. So by repeating that affirmation, you're actually feeding that thought back into your thoughts to kind of grow it, to increase it. So when you're in that field of flowers and weeds that are a representation of your thoughts, and you focus on that one flower of I am peaceful, your brain cuts out all the rest of the thoughts and awarenesses, and I am peaceful becomes a possibility. So it's like a creative exercise for our brains. Our brains are like computers, and we need to program them sometimes to work better, to work more in a way that we want it to. So power affirmations, affirmation statements are a great way to do this. So what you affirm, or what you use your affirmations for, will grow. So I encourage people to be kind of careful with what they use affirmations for. So if you use an affirmation, let's say, I'm feeling fearful today, and instead of stating a positive affirmation of something I want to grow, I kind of accidentally just keep thinking, I am fearful, I am fearful. Well, guess what's going to increase is that feeling of fearfulness, that feeling of fear. So yes, that feeling is there, and it's important to recognize it and to see it and to honor it. But if it's something that you don't want to grow, then you should not state affirmations about it. So affirmations are a conscious tool that we have to really focus on and step up and use, instead of just sitting by and allowing our thoughts to pass by or to happen without our conscious understanding of what's happening. So remember to make a list of traits in yourself that you would like to increase, or things in your life that you would like to increase. So another example would be, let's say I would like to affirm a greater income for myself. So a great power affirmation would be, I am abundant, or I have abundance. Another one is, I am calling money into my bank account right now, or I am attracting income. So if you look at these statements, they're really simple. They're positive. They start with I am, and they end with the thing that you would like to increase. So focus on that when you're creating your I am statements or your power affirmations, and you'll win every time. But you have to look at the I am statements and make sure, okay, what I'm ending this I am statement with, or this affirmation, this power affirmation with, what I end that statement with is what I'm calling into my life. So if you don't like the words at the end of the sentence, you should change the affirmation. So another one could be, I am calling synchronistic people into my life, or I am calling, I use this one sometimes, I am calling people who are fulfilling their life goals into my life. So you can name whatever you want. It doesn't have to be one word, and it doesn't have to be one person. Usually the way universal law works is with affirmations. If you use more of an open concept, like I am calling abundance into my life, then that's one of the ways that the universe vibrates, or one of the ways that the universe speaks, in a way, is the concept of abundance is understandable within affirmations. So you could also say, really, if you want a certain car, let's say, I am calling whatever that car is to me. You can say that too, and then the universe gets to decide how it brings it to you, or how it brings it into your life. Like maybe you get a different job, and more affirmations later you get more income, and then more affirmations later you get that vehicle. So you can kind of use it in any way that you want, as long as you're following the formula that I just stated. So affirmations are energetic magnets. So basically, whatever affirmation you're saying, if you want this thing in your life, then it will come to you, because you're stating I am as the magnet. You're setting up, like I am by itself is like a magnet. And then whatever you add after that brings that thing closer to you. So I am vibrant. I am well. I am happy. I am calling financial abundance into my life. These are powerful statements. They're very simple. So now if I say, I am fearful, I don't even want to pull my hand to my chest, but if I say that, then guess what's magnetizing toward me? It's fearfulness. So I really want to encourage you to be aware of what what you're saying when you use them. And I really want to encourage you to use power affirmations. One of the reasons why they work is because they access something called the reticular activating system in the brain. So our brain is set up to align us with what we see, think, and do. It's a survival tactic. So, like, let's say you're a cave person and you're out in nature and you're hungry. And so you start to think about finding some fruit on a bush. So you start to think about finding fruit, and there are subconscious processes in your body that will align you to find what you need in your surroundings. So when we use affirmations, it's the same thing. You're feeding yourself a thought. You're feeding yourself a concept that you'd like to have closer to you and to have as a part of your life or to grow in your life. And then subconscious systems in your body will start aligning you with that thing that you're calling into your life. So this is actually quantum science. This is the science of the brain. This is the way our bodies work. And by using power affirmations, we tap into that system consciously rather than just going kind of on the treadmill and allowing our thoughts to just become whatever they want to be, whatever feels most comfortable for the subconscious body. Fear and worry and anger are something that come in quite a bit just by themselves. So with power affirmations, we're actually self-parenting. We're stepping up, we're stepping into that field of thought, and we're creating intentional thoughts that align us with the life that we would like to have. They're aligning us with the person that we would like to be. And I believe that that's the next stage in consciousness, is that we've got to actively start calling to us the things and lifestyle aspects that we desire. And we can do that. It's just a matter of believing that we can and then figuring out how to do it. So this is one of the things that I do for my living, for my work, for my life. I practice this with clients. I would love for you to call or message me and set up a session or series of sessions with me as a wellness coach. You can also walk with my I Am Well Walk meditation group on Wednesday mornings at 7. You can also like my page and follow my page, and you'll get more videos like this, more notifications for posts. We also on Fridays have Affirmation Fridays that just started this last Friday on my Facebook page, Raise the Bar Wellness. And if you follow that page, you'll become a part of that, where we can all practice affirmations publicly. We can share them with each other. We can learn from each other. I will personally post an affirmation there every Friday to help stimulate your positive thinking and any kind of positive thinking that you have as far as affirmations go. You can share on the page, and we can kind of talk together about whether or not you're hitting the mark with your power affirmations, or if they need to be tweaked, and we can create more ideas together. So I hope you're all doing well today. I would love to see you on my page more, doing comments and liking my page and liking my posts. Again, if you'd like to work with me as a wellness coach, I'm available over Zoom, doing sessions weekly here, creating more positive flow in your life, decreasing frustration, and becoming more empowered in who you want to be and how you want to live. So happy Saturday to you. We'll see you soon.